Hey everyone, we're going to talk about a simple subject. How do I graph an equation? And not just any equation, a linear equation. Notice that linear has the word line in it. Well, to draw a line, you simply need 2 points. There's a couple points and there's a line. All right, so drawing a line's not too hard. We just need 2 points. All right, we get rid of my first line there. Now let's go and look for a linear equation. Oops. Let's look for a linear equation. Well, here's a linear equation. And conveniently, here is point number 1 for our line. This point goes right here on the y-axis. So this is the y-axis, this up and down line here. And we're going to find -4, and we're going to put it right there. All right, so that's point number 1. To find point number 2, you need instructions to find point number 2. And here are your instructions right here. The instructions are, the numerator tells you to go up or down, and the denominator tells you to go to the right. All right, and so we are going to go 3 units up and 2 units to the right. All right, so 3 units up. Do this in a different color. All right, 3 units up, 1, 2, 3 units up, and 2 units over, 1, 2, and there is point number 2 based on our instructions. So the instructions said to go up 3 and right 2. And so there we are right there. And so we can make a line between that point. Now, we can keep doing those instructions. So we go up 3 and over 2, and then up 3 and over 2, and up 3 and over 2. And notice that that makes a nice straight line. All right, but we only needed those first 2 points and a ruler probably, and we can make a line. All right, so these instructions have a name. So the instructions are called the slope. And this point number 1 also has a name. It's called the y-intercept. All right. Well, let's go on to number 2 and see if we can graph number 2. Why don't you pause the video and see if you can get started by at least finding the first point. You can do that while I erase the other one. All right, did you find it? It's in the same place right here. There is point number 1, the y-intercept. And it's on the y-axis, so it's easy to find. There it is right there for 2. All right, now notice our instructions have a negative sign. So I have to do something with that negative sign. I'm always going to put it in the numerator. So I'm going to make that a -3 over 5. All right, and so -3, we're going up or down. -3 is going to go down, and 5 is going to go to the right. All right, so I'm going to do that in red again. All right, so we're going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go right 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's our second point. Now, again, we could keep drawing that. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And there is our line right there. Starts here and goes there. I'm not very good at drawing lines. Ugh, that one's terrible. All right. But there we are. We drew a line. All right. Notice that this line looks like it's going down as we go from left to right. So as we go from left to right, the line keeps getting lower and lower. The y values keep getting lower and lower. So, and that's because it had a negative slope. So when we see a line going down from left to right, we know it has a negative slope. That'll be handy in our next video when we look at a line and try to figure out what the equation is. All right, there's a couple of cases that we want to look at besides that. Let's see, we got a new color. How about this blue? All right. Notice that this one's pretty simple. We have right here the y-intercept, point number 1. All right, and we can put that right here on 5. All right, but notice that this is not in the same format. All right, this was a fraction and this one's a whole number. All right, we're going to remember that whenever we see a whole number, we can always make it into a fraction by putting 1 in the denominator. All right, and so this says go down 2 and go right 1. All right, so we're going to do that. We're going to go down 2. All right, 1, 2, and go right 1. So there we are right there. And just like the other one, we can keep doing that. Going down to using the slope. Remember, this is called the slope. All right, using the slope, and we can draw a line. I'm going to try and draw this one a little better, but I'm not good at drawing lines. Well, that's pretty close. All right, so we have one last example here. We're looking at, so erase this one. All right, and we have one last example to look at, so we need a new color. How about orange? All right, and I'm going to notice, the first thing I'm going to notice is, where is point number 1? Where is the y-intercept? Because I don't see anything there. All right, and notice that when nothing is there, point number 1 is 0. All right, so we're going to go on the y-intercept and we're going to find 0 right there. And then we do the rest of it the same as we did before. All right, we're going to go 5 up and 2 to the right. All right, we go, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 to the right, 1, 2, and there are the 2 points we need to draw a line. All right. Okay, so let's just recap. To draw a line, you need 2 things. First, you need the y-intercept. All right, and then you need to know the slope. So this is 5 and 2, and so that's our 5 over 2. You need the slope. All right, so we have the y-intercept and the slope. You have everything you need to make a line.